Okay, so let's start again. Welcome to my Building Public, where I'm going from startup to profit in 100 days, or ideally less. So today I just want to share some ideas around why people buy. We build a product, we build a service, but then often we really don't go into the core details of why people buy. There's a great book by Clay Christensen which effectively talks about jobs to be done. What are people bringing you into their life to? What's the problem you're trying to solve and that they're willing to pay for? So I'll go through some high concepts here that help you kind of understand motivation and where people are at when they're buying. So first off, most people buy because they have a need, pain or pleasure, and they're both problem aware and solution aware. So if they don't even know they've got a problem, they're not going to buy. So if they're happy using Excel sheets, they're not going to buy your SaaS or your upgrade if they're just happy with that. So they need to be solution aware as well. So why don't people buy? This is obviously more complicated. They sometimes don't understand what you do or the results you get. You haven't really addressed their needs or concerns effectively, haven't demonstrated in their mind at least that you can actually solve that problem. You're too expensive for what they see as value, and often you've been commoditized. There are a number of other clients and they're telling themselves that you are all the same. You all look and sound the same. There's also, this is from Eugene Schwartz, called The 5 Levels of Awareness. So we touched on this a little bit. First off, they've got no knowledge of the problem or solution. So they're just not aware that they're not even looking for a solution. Then they start to recognize that this is hard work, spending too long on something, they really need blah, blah, blah. So they move along to this problem aware. Then they start looking around, doing some research, and then they become solution aware. And often they come across your solution. Then they start comparing features and benefits and pricing. So this is when they're shopping around, getting a couple of different quotes. And then they've finally decided that the benefit, the feature, the price, whatever it is, the trust, this is the person or company that they're going to go with. So understanding where they are in that cycle really helps you. And if you can start to educate them at the problem aware stage by creating content like this, you're far more likely to, when they get to this point, you are top of mind because you have demonstrated that you can actually solve their problem. Next, we're going to talk about the 3 key problems at each stage. What do they know? What don't they know? And what will move them? So you can go through all of your benefits. We do this, we're great at that, blah, blah, blah. But then sometimes you need to ask additional questions. What don't they know? So that you can also answer those. And then secondly, what will move them? Do they need to speak to their wife or husband? Do they need the CEO to sign off? Do they planning this just for next year, and so it's just a nice to have and they're just kicking the tires around? So then you need to understand what will move them to that next level, which is to kind of say yes. I'm also going to go through the 5 emotions during the buying stages. High level of curiosity, if not completely wasted. Are they empowered? We touched on that earlier. Do they have the authority to buy and make that decision? Is there a sense of urgency that they're ready to buy right now? Possibility, they have to imagine it will work and believe that your service will get them there. And sometimes they must be able to join the dots. This is all well and good of you saying something, but can they understand there's going to be an ROI for this and overall benefits? This is where case studies and use cases come in really well, because if people don't know your product and service, they just don't know how it benefits them. Whereas you are the subject matter expert, you're in this all the time, but you often need to make what is implicit, you understand it, explicit, and help them join the dots. Next, you need to focus on your customer. So you are both in a relationship, and relationships work best when both people are committed and involved and understanding. So you have to understand that to be able to better understand their fears, their frustrations, what they're hoping for, and create it more of a partnership and a relationship rather than a transactional one way. Because it's not about you, we're the best, we're the largest, I am, da, da, da. It should all be about we. You also want to identify their customer journey. Where are they at? What are their long-term goals, aspirations, and how can you help them get to there? So this is a bit where you can talk about you're solving their pain, their problem, their need, their desire, and their challenges all the way through that. And a lot of these ideas end up being part of your copy, website, emails, things you're giving away, content you create. You just want to start to answer those questions they've got in their head, and this will help you do that. And then finally, can you make a big promise? So you talk about the transformation and the results at the end, and can you get somebody results? Anything else is secondary. So it doesn't matter how good your product or service is if they don't use it. A good example is people buy treadmills at home and it sits in the basement and then they say treadmills don't work. They do, they just haven't been able to get results. So can you make it as easy as possible for them to get these results and offer some kind of guarantee or promise? Because you want to work out, they're looking for more than value, they actually want success. They want to get to the end of this and go, I actually achieved this. So you need to look at all of the steps where that might fail and build, where possible, a process and a system and something that's going to help them get over that line. Let's be honest, they still sometimes have to do the work themselves, but try and make this as easy as possible so that they don't fall off and then say, well, it didn't work, but it didn't work because they didn't deliver on that. A couple of reasons why they don't buy. They don't understand the outcome. Domino's pizzas were famous for this. Pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. So this was early on when home deliveries weren't that common, and so people just didn't know how long it would take. So they removed all of that pain and uncertainty. And then so when you're looking to create your own promise, here's a formula you can use. If you want to, desire, and then I think you do, then how or what we do will, your exact promise, that benefit or outcomes for them. So you create your own success statements. So I'll give you ours. If you want to increase profits, and I think you do, we teach you the exact formula that's guaranteed to reduce your hiring costs and save 80% on each new hire. So that's our promise. So you need to answer these as key questions. What is your promise to them? How is your promise different? And how do you know that it's being successfully delivered? You don't sell information, sell a solution. Sell something that you can give an outcome to. And any real results. What are the outcome, the approach, the position, the key obstacle, solution, which I covered off in the case study as well. So that's a quick summary of different ways that you can start to tap into the emotional buying journey of your customers, create a promise that you can deliver on and you know that you can deliver on, and just understand all the subtle psychology and nuances in why people buy, how people buy, and how you can address that journey all the way through to increase your sales. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.